Yeah, thank you to this presentation. So I'm currently working on the project called Psychology at Work. So in this video, I will be introducing and summarizing two videos. I will be saying the main idea and some key points included in those videos. So the second point, I will be comparing those two videos in terms of scientific claims, whereby I will be providing some examples that are used in those videos. So the third thing I will do is to identify the kinds of stress, and lastly I will be also sharing my experience of where I successfully managed the stress and where I was unsuccessful to manage the stress. So in the first video, it is titled Secret of Happiness by Brendon Burchard. So in this video, the first thing that he highlighted in this video, he said that people are having happiness in their daily life, but really when we try to analyze this, he said that the common sense, it is not the common practice. People always say that they are happy, but if you see what they do in their daily life, it says that that's why he says that the common sense isn't the common practice. So another point that he mentioned in this video, he said that for us to be happy, we need to accept the past as it is, no matter what you have gone through in the past. He said that we have to accept the past as it is, and he also had the saying that we have to be engaging in the present, really be engaging and mentally engaging in what you are doing. Another point which is related to that is that you have to do what you are passionate about in this moment or in present. And then we have that, he also said that we have to anticipate with excitement in the future. This means that you have to anticipate good things that will happen in the future or tomorrow or in the coming days. This means that you don't have to lose hope. It's always better to anticipate some good things that will happen in the future. So he also added saying that in order to be physically happy, he said that we have to sleep 8 hours. It is better to sleep a long time. He also said that we have to drink enough water for us to be happy physically. He also gave some other examples like walking around in the environment or take just a walk in order to be physically happy. That was about the first video. So we are going now to talk about the second video. The second video, it is titled Happiness for a Lifetime by Sonja Lyubomirsky. So this is also a professor in the University of California. She also talked about the happiness. So the main idea in this video is to ask people to do the act of kindness. That was the main idea which was in this video. So the main point that she said in this video, there is a proverb, a Chinese proverb that she shared, which says that if you want happiness, for an hour, take a nap, for a day, go fishing, for a month, get married, for a year, inherit a fortune, for a lifetime, help somebody else. This 4 points means that if you are doing something better to someone, this really shows that you also have happiness. It's kind of reciprocal things. When you do someone something good, it means that you also do something better for you maybe in the future. So another point is that she says that when we are doing something good to someone, it means that you are making some new friends or some new connection in your daily life. So it's better to do act of kindness to other people. When you are creating friendship with other people, it means that tomorrow or in the future they will also help you and do the same thing to you. So there is another point that also she mentioned. She said she also showed the result from the experiment that they carried out, whereby there is an experiment that they did of the students. There are some students whom they asked to go and do the act of kindness to other people, 5 acts of kindness in a week. That experiment or that activity would be done in 6 weeks. So she shared also the result. But the result is that the people who did all those kindness acts in one day, they were the most who were happy in this activity that they were doing. This means that if you don't spend a long time like you're doing those act of kindness to other people, it means if you do those activities in one day, it means that you will gain happiness according to the video. So also in this video she was really focusing that people have to do the act of kindness for them to have the happiness that they wish. So another point is that for the scientific claim, for personally from my analysis, I saw that the second video is the one which is really showing scientific claims. The reason for this is that she showed some facts or the result from the experiment that they have carried out. This means that it is scientifically proven. There are something that they did or the research that they have carried out in order to come up with all those data. But in the first video, for Brandon Bouchard, he was only talking the common things that are known by many people. It means that there were no tangible evidences. That's why I say that the second video, it is really the one which is showing the scientific claims, because they used the result or tangible result from the experiment, and the conclusion which is she made, it means the conclusion is based on the evidences from the experiment. That's why it is the one that have scientific claims. So lastly, I'm going also to talk about the kinds of stress that we meet in our usual life. The first type of stress is time stress. This is where you have you worry about the time. Let's have there are some deadlines that you are worried about. So this is the kind of stress that we all meet in our usual life. Let's say that you are going to report something to your boss. When you are worried about the time, this is the kind of stress. So there is another kind of stress. It is anticipatory stress. This is the fear about the future. It means that you are worried about the things to come in the future, where you are saying that tomorrow maybe I won't accomplish this task. It means that tomorrow you are worried about the event to come in the future. Another kind of stress is situational stress. This is where the conflict of emergency or things that you are unable to control. When you see that ahead there is something that you are not able to control, this is also cause you a kind of stress. Another, lastly, the type of stress, it is called the encounter stress. This is the fear of meeting with other people. It means that let's say they give you an appointment to go and look for the President Obama. You start to have fear and say, what will I say maybe when I meet with him? So this is the kind of stress that we normally get in our usual life. So I'm going lastly to share with you my experience about where I successfully managed the stress and where I was unsuccessful. So I remember the time when I was going to work on the interview. There is an interview, a job interview, where I applied and I was about to do that interview. So really, because I was not really prepared well, and I was wondering which kind of question they are going to ask me. So at that time, I managed myself and say that even though I didn't prepare enough question, because I have also studied, because I had my degree, I committed myself and said that I will accomplish that. And fortunately, after that interview, I won, and I got that job that I was looking. So where I was not successful is in the presentation that we have at Kepler. So there is a time where we're having a presentation on the research, from the research that we carried out, but because my data were not really reliable, so at that time I was not really prepared. And when they asked me to go and present the research or the findings from my research, I was not really able to accomplish that because I was not prepared enough. This means that I was not having enough data. So thank you. That was all that I have to cover in this video. I hope that you will enjoy it. Thank you and have a nice day.